they told me that it wasn't possible that it was that dog because that dog was deceased. And so we didn't know who the dog belonged to. My boys went back 5 acres behind us to the house behind us, and the dog followed them over there. And so later on, it was a pretty friendly dog. So then later on, I get a text from Maggie, and it said, sending the boys home. The dog keeps humping Greg and bit Dougie, and too much action for me. And sent text, and I thought she was sending it to warn me that the dog was biting. And so I texted her back and told her that thanks for the warning, that I would make the boys stay in and not be around the dog. After the boys got home, Randy explained to me that the dog must have thought it belonged to Greg and bit Doug because Doug was trying to protect. He thought that the dog thought that Doug was going to hurt Greg, and the dog thought that he belonged to Greg, and didn't know why the dog kept knocking Greg down, and then it bothered him all night. And and Aiden would every once in a while jump up off the couch and imitate how the dog was hopping around Doug and knocking Greg down, and wanting to know why was that dog hopping? Why did that dog keep hopping up on top of Greg? And he kept reenacting it out on the living room floor, and I was keeping as straight face as I could. And I don't know why he liked about Greg, or why the dog was hopping, because he kept using the word hopping. And so that night when I was putting the boys to bed, they have time that they can use the phone and the iPhone. And while they were playing, both of them, every once in a while, I would get to thinking about the one telling me how the dog loved Greg, and that was why it bit Doug, and the other one hopping around the living room trying to show me what the dog was.
Hi, it's June 5th, 2013, and I just trying to keep a video diary so that we can document changes, because on March 7th I had something that looked like a stroke, and I had trouble speaking like I am now. I had numbness and double vision on the right. My right side went weak, and I babbled. They called an ambulance. They thought I was having a stroke. I went up to Memorial Hospital in South Bend on the 7th of March. They did MRI and CAT scan, and the next morning, and everything was okay. And when I woke up, I was my old self. My old normal self is very, very talkative, and I teach and write books, and I don't have high level thinking. I'm about at the second grade math level for problem solving. We're working on it in speech. I have trouble with choking now, some swallowing. The left side is now affected. On the 8th, when I woke up, I was normal. Then again on the 8th, while still in the hospital, I had got episode, and I never recovered. I haven't been able to do this because I have a hard time with speech, and it's been 3 months of rehab to be able to talk this well. People that don't know me sometimes don't realize that there's a problem because I don't look like there's a problem. I use a cane. I've been using a walker too. The last week or so, I haven't had to use the walker. I've used the cane, and sometimes I can do it without the cane. I uh, went to I went to Chicago. I went to LaPorte to neurologist. He said it looked like stroke, but it came back negative in the MRI. No stroke, nothing showed. Went to he sent me to Chicago to an ALS doctor who immediately told me I didn't have ALS, but I already knew it. Because there's some kind of family history with this kind of whatever this is. I'm the sixth person in my family and sixth female in my family to get this. Started with my grandmother, and they diagnosed her with Parkinson's. My aunt, maternal aunt, was polymyositis something, and then my mother, she had something we thought was a stroke, and when she went to the hospital for the stroke, and they did the CAT scan for her stroke, they found brain cancer. So the brain cancer, we think, engage whatever this is. I sometimes lose words. I went to see my doctor. Chicago said probably neurodegenerative disorder. LaPorte neurologist didn't see me anymore. My family practitioner said dead end. Chicago said no treatment, no cure. Have a nice day. Mine said I have to do my own detective work, figured out. But as I do my own detective work, nobody listens. I found some videos on B12 deficiency. I started taking B12, but get myself shot. And then I take an herb called Brain Protects, and it's supposed to help with the cells in the brain protect, and to it helps with myasthenia gravis. Before I've had the numbness and the weakness, but never the cognitive problems. Nobody in the last 2 years has ordered blood work, and we found a thing online where you can order your own labs, and I ordered my own CBC and B12 test because nobody else has done that. And when it came back, a lot of stuff was flagged. Took it to my family practitioner. He wouldn't even look at the blood work. Only when it made him look at the flag part. And he couldn't see and get out of the room fast enough. This is Tuesday. Last Friday at speech, my speech therapist said that she believed that I've plateaued, because it's up and down, but I plateaued. And I took it hard because I don't want to plateau at this level. I want to go back and teach. I want to go back and write books. I used to write books. Can't do that now. I can't. The I haven't been able to access that part of my brain since March 8th, I guess. 7th or 8th. I went today to see Dr. Anderson, who's a DO over in Goshen, and he's more of a holistic doctor. But I took all the lab work I ordered, and I went up and had drawn. And he was shocked to find out that no neurologist, nobody in Chicago, nobody in the last 2 years has taken just regular blood work at all. The CBC regular blood work. He said that the B12 number was high because the type of B12 I was using is the C kind. I don't know what the name is. It's the C kind, and it has to break down. It has to break down into the M kind. And the number's high because my body's not breaking it down. My blood work shows that there's a problem, but my red blood cells are too small. There might be a problem with my bone marrow. He wants me to straighten up my hormones. My thyroid, which is was destroyed with radiation about 13 years ago, 14 years ago, something like that, 15. And they got me stabilized with the medicine. And just a month ago, my thyroid numbers went wacko. So Dr. Anderson wants me to get my thyroid straightened out, my hormones, and get the B12, and he's getting me the correct B12 that is the active kind, and the folic acid, and there's some nasty stuff too, but I'll do it. He wants me to go get soft tissue massage is supposed to help with I guess oxygen, getting stuff going, and it may be a hyper chamber where they get it's 100% oxygen, and it helps repair brain injury stuff. And he ordered a lot of blood work that should have been ordered a long time ago that I personally asked to be done, and some I never heard of ever before. I was so relieved today because he looked at the blood work and he grunted and made noises the whole time because he could see stuff in there that needed to be taken care of. I hope I can keep coming on here, but I don't remember how I got on here. I used to do this a lot, and I don't remember things. I'm not supposed to cook because I'm afraid I'll forget to turn the stove off. My balance is really bad, so I can't do the ovens, so I might fall. No driving. Sometimes I have a hard time breathing, catching my breath. I go to occupational, physical, and speech therapy 3 times a week, and this is my fourth month, I think. Getting ready to start the 4th one, and so I started last Thursday the brain text and the new thyroid, the up thyroid 125. today I started the powdered nasty stuff and the fish oil, which is supposed to do something with my liver because apparently they're worried about my liver. Um, and something about joint. Oh, they took about 12 vials of blood. Checking all kinds of things. Um, people are very supportive. My father, or is it? He's gone, but I have nothing to lose at this point. My relatives that had this from the main episode to death was 1 year, and I'm in 4 months. No, March. I'm in it for 3 months, and I feel like I'm playing beat the clock. I can't work because conventional medicine thinks that if you can't see it, it's not real. They just told me to go home and do my best, and didn't give me anything. I got a call today that iron pills were ordered for me. But this, I have nothing to lose trying this. With Dr. Anderson, I want to video it though, tape it though, because if it's hard to remember what it's like when you're right. 3 months down the road, I couldn't talk 3 months ago. Or put more two words together. I'm not doing a great job right now. I can do better a little bit. But I'm just struggling. When I get tired, it's harder. But that's all I want to say for today. Bye.